Most people believe that the more you walk after 70, the healthier you become. But what if I told you that this well-meaning habit might actually be speeding up some aspects of aging in your body? That's right, while walking does keep you active, doctors are now cautioning seniors that relying only on steps might actually leave your joints vulnerable, weaken critical muscles, and increase your risk of injury. Think of it this way. Walking is like watering a plant necessary. Yes, but without sunlight, nutrients, and strong roots, the plant still withers. After 70, your body needs more than just repetitive motion. It needs variety, support, and targeted training to stay strong, agile, and independent. In fact, focusing too much on walking alone may increase joint wear, accelerate muscle shrinkage, and quietly lead to the very fragility you're trying to avoid. I'm Dr. Eli Morgan. In this video, I'll share 5 essential doctor-backed alternatives to walking that help seniors live longer, stay pain-free, and move with youthful energy. Stick with me. The last one may surprise you, and it could be the most important factor in how well you age. Before we jump in, if you're over 60 and interested in simple ways to protect your health, please consider subscribing and turning on the bell. I post evidence-based advice directly from my years of clinical experience, designed specifically for people in your stage of life. And if you are with me right now, just type yes in the comments, so I know you are here and paying attention. It keeps this community alive and helps me tailor content just for you. All right, let's get started. 1. Strength exercises your body's aging shield. Walking moves your body, but it doesn't build it. After 70, one of the biggest silent threats isn't disease, it's sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. We start losing muscle as early as our 40s, and by the time we hit 70, it's a steep slope unless we intervene. Meet Helen, 72. She walked every morning in her local park, 5,000 steps a day without fail. She thought she was doing everything right, but one morning as she tried to carry a grocery bag up 2 steps, her knee buckled, she fell. No fracture, thankfully, but it was a wake-up call. Her muscles had quietly weakened even though she'd been active. Her doctor explained walking doesn't engage your glutes, hamstrings, biceps, or core the way resistance does without regular strength challenges, even small ones. The body loses tone, function, and stability. Helen started small wall push-ups, water bottles as dumbbells, chair squats while brushing her teeth. In 6 weeks, her confidence soared, her balance improved, and she even noticed she could open tight jars again, something she hadn't done in years. Strength training isn't about bulking up, it's about preserving the freedom to move without assistance. Try this quick test. Sit in a firm chair and stand up without using your hands. Struggle. That's your cue. It's never too late. Muscle responds at any age, even just 10 minutes. 3 times a week of general resistance training can dramatically reverse age-related decline. And no, you don't need a gym membership or fancy machines. Your body weight, a resistance band, or even soup cans will do. If you're still watching and this message hit home, please comment strength first below and we'll keep going. 2. Balance and stability. Avoid the #1 injury trigger. Most seniors assume balance will naturally stay with them. After all, if you've been walking your whole life, why worry? But here's the truth. Balance is a skill, and like any skill, it fades without practice. And what's the #1 cause of hospitalizations in adults? Over 70 falls, not illness, not diet falls. Let me tell you about David, age 75. He's a retired bus driver. He used to stride confidently through his neighborhood. Then one afternoon, while stepping off a curb, his foot hesitated and he nearly crashed onto the pavement. That moment shook him deeply. His doctor didn't recommend more walking. Instead, she gave him 3 balance exercises standing on 1 foot, tandem walking heel to toe, and sideways stepping with eyes closed. In 3 weeks, he noticed something huge. He stopped reaching for furniture as he moved around the house. Walking doesn't engage your vestibular system, ankle stabilizers, or your proprioception. That sense of where your body is in space. Want to test yourself right now? Stand near a counter, lift 1 foot and try to balance for 10 seconds. With your eyes open, then try with your eyes closed. If you're wobbling, it's time to act. Balance training builds confidence, prevents injury, and quite literally keeps you upright. You don't need equipment, just intention. If you're still watching, comment balance matters below. And let's move on to the next area. 3. Flexibility and mobility. Because life happens outside a straight line. Walking keeps your legs moving. Why? But it doesn't stretch you, and it certainly doesn't rotate your spine or loosen your neck. After 70, many seniors chalk up stiffness as just aging, but often it's simply underuse. Here's the story of Marlene, 78, who used to love gardening. Then one day she realized she could no longer comfortably look over her shoulder while driving. It wasn't pain, it was restriction. Her joints were freezing up from lack of variety and movement. Her physical therapist didn't prescribe medication. She prescribed mobility drills, neck rotations, arm sweeps, toe touches, gentle spinal twists in a chair. After 30 days, Marlene didn't just move better. She got back to her flower beds. Walking is linear. Life isn't reaching into the back seat, turning to grab a falling glass, climbing into a tub. These daily actions require joint range, not just endurance. Try this self-check stand and slowly turn your head left and right. Any pulling or stiffness, that's a red flag. Your body needs more mobility work. You don't need to be flexible like a gymnast, but you should be flexible enough to move with ease and dignity. If this resonated with you, comment, stretch to live below, and let's continue. Core and posture. The secret to standing tall and staying pain-free. It's easy to assume walking strengthens your whole body, and especially your back and posture. But in reality, walking barely activates your deep core muscles. And after 70, a weak core is like a cracked foundation in a house. Over time, the whole structure starts to shift. Let me introduce you to Leonard, a 76-year-old retired engineer. He'd always prided himself on being upright and strong, but in recent years his shoulders started rounding. His lower back ached after short walks, and he often leaned forward without realizing it. His daughter noticed and encouraged him to see a movement specialist. The diagnosis, postural atrophy, his core had weakened from years of underuse. The fix wasn't surgery or medication. It was intentional posture resets, standing with heels, hips, and head against a wall for 2 minutes a day, seated pelvic tilts while watching TV, deep breathing while tightening the lower abdomen, known as bracing the core. Within a month, Leonard's back pain reduced by 60%. He also reported better breathing and even less heartburn. Because posture affects your organs, not just your spine, your core includes more than abs. It's your deep stabilizers, your diaphragm, and the musculature surrounding your pelvis and lower back. These muscles are barely activated during walking. Want to test yourself? Stand with your back to a wall. Try to get your head, shoulders, and tailbone to touch it at once. Can you? If it's difficult, don't ignore it. That's your body whispering that your alignment is off. Posture isn't about looking proud. It's about protecting your nervous system, breathing efficiently, and avoiding long-term pain. And remember, posture can be trained at any age without machines or mats. If this hit home for you, type posture. Power in the comments, so I know we're on the same page. Let's continue. 5. Joint-friendly movement. Stop the grind before it starts. We often hear that walking is the best low-impact exercise, but is it always low impact? Not quite. For many people over 70, repetitive walking, especially on hard pavement, overloads the joints rather than nourishing them. Take Malcolm, 79, a lifelong hiker even after retirement. He maintained his 3-mile daily walks, but gradually he noticed nagging pain in his knees and ankles. He chalked it up to aging until an orthopedic exam revealed cartilage thinning. His doctor explained, walking without joint-supporting muscles is like driving a car with misaligned wheels. The wear compounds. Malcolm switched things up. He replaced 2 walking sessions per week with water aerobics, used a stationary recumbent bike every Sunday, and incorporated chair yoga into his mornings. Within weeks, the swelling in his knees eased and he began enjoying walks again, this time without dread. Here's the key. Walking is healthy but repetitive. Loading without muscular support accelerates joint degradation, especially in the knees, hips, and ankles. If you've noticed joint stiffness after walking, that's not just getting older. That's your body asking for variation. Consider these joint-friendly options. Aquatic exercises. Buoyancy reduces joint pressure. Tai Chi, gentle flowing motion resistance band workouts in a seated position. Cycling or elliptical machines if available. Try this at home. Sit down in a chair. Stand up without using your arms. If your knees or hips complain, that's a sign. They're absorbing too much impact without enough support. Joint care isn't about doing less. It's about doing smarter. If this section opened your eyes right, protect my joints below, and let's finish strong. You've made it to the end. Now let's bring it all together. Let's be honest with ourselves for a moment. Have we perhaps over-relied on walking as the magic bullet for staying healthy? Walking does keep you active. It supports your heart and clears your mind. But walking alone doesn't build strength. It doesn't challenge your balance. It doesn't expand your mobility. And it certainly doesn't spare your joints from wear. After 70, your body needs a more thoughtful approach. You need strength training to combat muscle loss, balance drills to prevent catastrophic falls, mobility and stretching to stay supple and independent. Core to posture, work to avoid spinal strain and breathing issues, and low-impact movement alternatives to protect your joints from cumulative stress. Each one of these builds a more resilient, more capable you. Let me be clear, it's never too late. Look back at the stories you heard today. Helen, Marlene, Leonard, Malcolm. They all started with small steps, not dramatic changes, just consistent action and a willingness to adjust. If you take just 10 to 15 minutes a day to incorporate these strategies, you may find yourself feeling younger, moving better, and staying independent longer than you imagined possible. So here's your question. Which of these 5 areas will you focus on first? Drop a comment below and tell us. I'm starting with Hirako. Your voice matters. Your story might just encourage someone else reading the comments right now. And if you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe and consider sharing it with a loved one over 60 who might need this exact message. We're building a community of empowered elders, and you are a part of it. Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and stay moving.